Hope Logan Spencer is running out of patience, and on Wednesday, May 6th, the pressure inside Forrester Creations starts feeling impossible to ignore. This is not just about one delayed fashion line. This is about power, respect, family loyalty, and one question that could shake the entire future of Hope for the future. How long is Hope supposed to wait while Steffy Forrester Finnegan and Ridge Forrester keep giving her no real answer? That is where the central tension begins. Hope wants a relaunch date. She wants clarity. She wants proof that her work still matters at Forrester Creations. But Steffy and Ridge are still unable to give her what she needs. And for Hope, that silence feels louder than any direct rejection. Because every delay sends the same message: hope for the future is not a priority. Hope is frustrated, and that frustration is building fast. She has already been pushed into a difficult position, and now Steffy is wondering what Hope is going to do about it. That question may sound simple, but it carries a dangerous edge. Because Hope may not just complain this time. She may start hinting more strongly that if nothing changes at Forrester Creations, she could leave. And that's where it gets worse. If Hope walks away, this is not only a career move, it could become a Logan family move. It could pull Brooke Logan Forrester and Katie Logan Spencer right into the center of a new storm. Brooke is trying to reach Katie with a peace offering. She wants to take a step toward a truce. That alone tells us something important. The Logan sisters are not standing on perfectly solid ground. There is tension between them, and Brooke seems to know that repairing things with Katie matters right now. But the real question is whether Katie will trust Brooke's offer. Will Katie believe Brooke is sincere, or will she see another hidden jab behind it? Because Brooke may want peace, but if she keeps taking little shots at Katie, that peace could be fragile from the start. A truce can only work if both sisters believe it is real, and Katie may not be ready to accept a peace offering just because Brooke decides it is time. What happens next could change everything. Even if Brooke and Katie manage to create a little more calm on Wednesday's episode, that calm may not last. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest Hope has massive career news coming sooner or later, and that upcoming Logan move could create a major ripple effect. If Hope ditches Forrester Creations for Logan, then Brooke's peace offering to Katie may suddenly become much more complicated. Because this is not just about sisters making peace, this is about what happens when Hope's career frustration turns into action. Hope has been waiting for a relaunch date. She has been asking for a sign that Hope for the future still has a future inside Forrester Creations. But Steffy and Ridge not giving her that answer may push her closer to the decision everyone can feel coming: leaving. And once Hope starts moving in that direction, Steffy's question becomes more dangerous. What is Hope going to do about it? The answer may be bigger than Steffy expects. At the same time, another situation is building away from the Forrester drama. Dylan is caught in her own pressure-filled moment with Remy Price. Remy wants help. He wants redemption. He wants Dylan to help him get Deke sharp to see that he is a good guy at heart. But Dylan has concerns, and she should. Remy is not simply asking for a small favor. He is asking Dylan to step into the middle of his attempt to change how Deke sees him. And when someone pushes too hard for redemption, it can start to feel less like growth and more like pressure. But Remy knows exactly which button to press. Family. He reminds Dylan that she owes him. He pushes her to come through because they are family. That puts Dylan in a difficult spot. She may not fully trust the plan, but Remy is making it emotionally harder for her to say no. And that's not even the biggest complication. Daphne Rose Walton is also coming for Dylan with a proposition of her own. That means Dylan may soon have two different people pulling her in two different directions. Remy wants her help with Deke. Daphne wants her to consider a proposal. and Dylan may have to decide how much she is willing to get involved in anyone else's plan. There could even be a tense, close call if Daphne shows up while Remy is still around. Dylan may have to hide Remy or push him out quickly if Daphne calls out for her nearby. That kind of moment would only raise the pressure, especially if Dylan is trying to keep control of a situation that is already moving too fast. But even with Remy and Daphne adding tension, the main pressure still belongs to Hope, because Hope's career decision could affect everyone. Hope is not just frustrated with a delayed relaunch, she is frustrated with the power structure around her. Steffy and Ridge are holding the answer she needs, and without that answer, Hope is left standing still. She cannot move forward confidently, she cannot fully rebuild, she cannot tell herself that Forrester Creations truly believes in hope for the future. And that is why her hints about leaving matter so much. This is the kind of decision that starts quietly. First, frustration, then doubt, then a warning, then a move that nobody can ignore. Hope may not announce everything immediately, but the signs are there. If nothing changes, she may decide that her future belongs somewhere else. And if that place is Logan, then Forrester Creations may have a much bigger problem than a delayed relaunch. Because Hope leaving would not just be personal, it would be symbolic. It would say that she no longer believes Steffy and Ridge will give her the respect or opportunity she needs. It would say that hope for the future may not survive under Forrester control, and it would force Brooke and Katie to confront what their family's next chapter really looks like. That is why Brooke's peace offering matters. Brooke may be trying to smooth things over with Katie at exactly the moment when the Logan family needs unity. But if Katie senses that Brooke is not fully sincere, or if Brooke cannot resist making another jab, the truce could collapse before it becomes strong enough to matter. And if Hope's career news lands right after that, the timing could be explosive. Katie may have to decide whether she believes Brooke truly wants peace, or whether this is just another moment where Brooke wants things on her terms. Brooke may believe she is extending an olive branch, but Katie may hear something very different if the tone is wrong. That is where the emotional stakes become sharp. A peace offering is only powerful when trust is still possible, and trust may be exactly what Brooke and Katie are struggling with. Hope's frustration is reaching the point where waiting may no longer feel like an option. Forrester Creations has been her professional home, but home does not feel secure when the people in control cannot tell her when her line will relaunch. Hope for the future needs support, it needs direction, it needs a real commitment. But Steffy and Ridge still have not delivered the answer Hope wants, and every moment they delay gives Hope another reason to look elsewhere. Steffy may think she is challenging Hope by asking what she will do about it, but that challenge could push Hope toward the very move Steffy does not want to deal with. If Hope starts making it clear that she is willing to leave Forrester Creations, then this becomes more than a disagreement, it becomes a power shift. And Brooke will feel that shift. Katie will feel it too, because Hope's next step could drag the Logan family into a new business battle. The possibility of Hope moving to Logan changes the emotional meaning behind Brooke's attempt at peace. It is not just about sisters, it is about whether Brooke and Katie can stand together before everything gets more complicated. But here's where it gets worse. Brooke's peace offering may come at the worst possible time. If Katie is already suspicious of Brooke's sincerity, then Hope's potential move could make Katie question what Brooke really wants. Is Brooke trying to repair their relationship from the heart? Or is Brooke trying to create calm before the next major Logan decision? The story does not say Brooke is playing a scheme. It says she reaches out and hopes for a truce. But Katie still has to decide whether she can accept that. And that decision may not be easy. Katie knows Brooke. She knows her strengths, she knows her flaws, she knows when Brooke's words feel warm, and she knows when they carry a sting. So if Brooke offers peace while still taking jabs, Katie may pull back. That small rejection could matter, because the Logans may need each other very soon. Meanwhile, Dylan's situation grows more tangled. Remy is still pushing for help, and his goal is clear. He wants Deke Sharp to see him differently. He wants to be seen as someone who can redeem himself, but Dylan is not fully comfortable with the plan. She may cave, or she may only agree to think about it. Either way, Remy has created pressure that Dylan cannot easily brush off. By saying she owes him and leaning on family loyalty, he makes the request harder to refuse. Dylan may feel trapped between her concerns and her connection to Remy. Then Daphne arrives with her own proposal. Daphne tracking Dylan down adds another layer, because Dylan may not have time to sort out Remy's request before she is pulled into something else. Daphne wants Dylan to consider a plan, and whether that plan is professional or something more personal, Daphne is clearly trying to get Dylan on board. That means Dylan may become a key person in more than one storyline. But for now, her scenes should stay secondary, because the emotional center is still Hope's career breaking point. Hope's future is the question that keeps hanging over everything. Will she continue waiting for Steffy and Ridge? Will she keep hoping for a relaunch date? Or will she finally decide that if Forrester Creations cannot give her a future, she will go where the Logan name can give her one? That is the powerful tension in this Wednesday, May 6th, The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers story. Hope does not need to shout to make a statement. Sometimes the biggest statement is walking away. And if she leaves, Steffy and Ridge may have to face the consequences of making Hope feel like her line was no longer worth fighting for. The fallout could be emotional, professional, and deeply personal. Brooke may want peace with Katie. Katie may want proof that Brooke is sincere. Daphne may want Dylan's support. Remy may want redemption through Dylan's help. But Hope may be the one whose decision changes the whole direction of the story. Because once Hope makes her massive career news public, the situation may not return to normal. Forrester Creations could lose more than a fashion line. Brooke and Katie's fragile peace could be tested almost immediately, and Steffy's challenge to Hope could turn into the beginning of a much bigger Logan move. So now the question is, if Hope finally chooses Logan over Forrester Creations, will this bring the Logans together, or will it tear Brooke and Katie apart all over again? Do you think this changes everything? Subscribe for daily, The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers and updates.